Hey guys, welcome back to Redroom with Steven, number 2. I'm gonna change the lighting a little bit, so that way you can see me better. I can't see me right now because I just looked right into the light. I hope it's good. But, so, on the last episode, which I made about 2.5 minutes ago, I talked about the first 2 gyms in Pokemon Yellow. But I never really talked about if you want to get into Pokemon. God damn it, mosquito. Sorry, there's a... Shut up, Benny. It's just a mosquito. It's just a mosquito, Benny. Or maybe my brother's home. I don't know. So, it's a hard choice on whether or not you want to get into Pokemon. Because there's only 2 ways. There's only, 2 different kinds of fans. There's, casual fans, which are just oh, hey, I might play Pokemon here or there. I like some of the cards because they're cute. That's awesome. Then there's the big fans, which are I have all 151 Pokemon. I have beaten Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Black, White, Black 2, White 2, X, Y, Omega, Ruby, Alpha, Sapphire, and I've caught over 80 different kinds of Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Even though I don't have a card, so I just walked around throughout the whole place, and I ended up getting a bunch of different stuff, and I'm considering buying a bunch of Japanese import games for Pokemon. I have a bunch of cards. I have over 300 or 400 cards because I have been a fan for multiple years, and I am planning to get all the original 151 Pokemon and cards because of the nostalgia. Sorry about that. That's what goes on inside of my head right now. That's what the daily life of Steven is like. So, there has been a lot of buzz about Pokemon Go. I personally do not believe that everybody who plays Pokemon Go is a Pokemon fan, because some of them are just falling a trend. You cannot deny that. 10 million users in 3 days. You've got to think at least one of them is just following a trend. But Pokemon Go I would not recommend as a gateway. I should have used air quotes. Gateway Pokemon entrance. I would recommend a few different things. If you are fuck off, mosquito. If you are wealthy, I would recommend starting off with the original ones, red, blue, or yellow. Unless you are really fancy and you want to get an import green, or red, blue, or yellow. I would recommend, if you are wealthy, to get those, because those just make everything seem better. They're not bad, they're great. But fuck off, mosquito. Just a sec. Sorry about that. There's a guy at the door. He's really weird. He's wearing a skirt, a long skirt. He had purple nipples. He painted his nipples purple. And I'm sure he's a meth head. And he's carrying around a pimp stick. He's wondering about me. He's hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? What's your name? What are you into? I was my name is Jeffrey Johnson. And I'm into Pokemon. Well, part of that wasn't a lie. So, he just scares the hell out of me. He walked into our yard with the big dogs. He's really weird. But anyways, again, about Pokemon. So, if you're wealthy, try and go for Pokemon, the original Pokemon for the Game Boy. You could use them on a Game Boy Advance, but not a Game Boy Advanced SP. You could use them on Game Boy Color, Game Boy Micro, I believe, but not Game Boy Advance SP or any of the DS's. I'd recommend those because those are the easiest to get into because they're the simplest. If you're actually wanting to become a devoted fan. If you're wanting to become a casual fan, I would recommend and you're wealthy, I would recommend X and Y or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Well, Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire or X or Y for the 3DS. Because those are the most common and those are the most casually playable ones. Like they're really easy to play, got good graphics, hold your hand. That's good for casual players. But if you are unfortunately not wealthy and you are wanting to play Pokemon but you can't afford that much, the easiest thing to do would be getting a Game Boy Advanced. Not SP, just normal Game Boy Advance. You could get one for like $20 off of Amazon. And then getting like Ruby, or Emerald, or Sapphire, or Fire Red, or Leaf Green. Those hold your hands, but they're really easy, they're really cheap. And those are for casual fans. But if you are not wealthy and you are becoming a devoted fan, I would recommend, instead of starting off with the games, starting off with the cards. Because that way... Sorry, I just lisped. But... there's a mosquito and stuff. So, with the cards, there are not many fans of the cards. But it's really easy to get into, cause just you could go onto Craigslist or eBay and get a big box of cards for decently cheap. You could get cheap cards from Walmart. You could get cheap cards from multiple places. Well, people who don't play Pokemon anymore. And then you could build up your collection and build it in such a way that people are like, whoa, that guy's a Pokemon fan. And you could just be a Pokemon fan and not have any of the games. That's like how I was in 7th grade. My Pokemon Yellow didn't work that well, so I didn't play it. And I wanted to get into Pokemon, but I didn't make that much money. We were under construction, so I ended up just buying cards. And then I was just and I learned a lot from the cards. And then once I got into Pokemon, I was like, okay, so based off the card, Blank is a good Pokemon against the Blank type. Of course, it's not 100% accurate, but it works. And if you're if you're just wanting to play Pokemon, you don't really care about, what you do, you just want to do it. Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, and your Game Boy Advance. It's the easiest way to go. It's most likely less than $50. You could probably get a Game Boy Advance cheap off of, a yard sale. So yeah. I would recommend, if you are getting started off with Pokemon, trying to start off with the 3DS games, and then going backwards. Because that'll test your true devotion. Because, when I played, I used to play Yellow and Red all the time. But, Red, Blue, and Yellow. Those were the ones I had to get. I had a Game Boy Advance. So, those were the ones that I played when I was, 3 or 4. And I didn't understand it. it was too confusing. Like, where am I supposed to go? It doesn't hold your hand, but it's simple. You just have to have some common sense. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna wander around here, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I can't move there. I guess I'll go this way. Oh, nothing there. This way, this way. Oh, that's how I get my Pokemon. It's simple. But with the 3DS, it holds your hand so you can get the feel of Pokemon. And then slowly build up in difficulties. Like, in order of the hardest ones for me, it goes, like, from least to greatest difficulty. Like, it goes Kalos X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Red, Blue, and Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Diamond, Pearl, Crystal. Crystal, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Because Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum is like the odd one out for me. Oh, Black and White would go after Yoda, Gold, Silver, Crystal. I forgot about that one. I always forget about that one. I didn't like that one way too much. But if you want to... Sorry, my mind just went blank. So, if you want to get the easiest games, I'd do X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I can't really tell you the difficulty difference because I played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for about a year, and then I got X, so I was already used to the feel. I beat X in 4 days. First playthrough. It took me about 2 weeks for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire first playthrough. First playthrough, I'm still, for the first playthrough, like the first time I ever played Pokemon, my first save file, I still have not completed for Red, because I just, like, I lost the game for so many years. Like, I lost it when I was about 4, and I got it back when I was 14. 13, not 14. And so, that's why I already beat the game so many times on the emulators, and I've beat my Yellow a few times. I just, like, keep it plugged into the AC adapter, make sure that I'm away from all sort of dogs, and that's how I beat it. My first playthrough of Yellow, it took me a good 4 days, but I was, like, playing non-stop. Same with X. And I already played it on the Actually, if you want to do it dirt cheap, just get an emulator. It doesn't have the same feel as, like, you could get the Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green. They're visual blade good, and it's really, really good. Then you can just press space to walk faster, do everything faster, it makes it a lot easier. So, that's how you do it. That's how you get into Pokemon. You could either get the actual game, you could get the cards, you could get the emulator, you could watch the anime. Like, well, you can become, like, a big fan of Pokemon just from watching the anime. It's like, oh, I love all the Pokemon. I know almost all 150, I know all 150 Pokemon that they had in the first generation. There's 151. The anime doesn't tell you that. They don't say Mew. Big shocker. A secret Pokemon not told. Who knew? I don't think you could hear that because the camera's about 2 feet away from me. But Pokemon is really easy to get into. You just have to have time and devotion. Next episode, which I'll be making in about 2.5 minutes, Legend of Zelda.